Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Dirge and this is going to be another Pro Starcraft game from the Asus ROG tournament that just happened a couple weeks ago. If you've not seen any of my other games, definitely go check those out. I have a playlist all set up for them. In the meantime though, these players right here, at least one of them, pretty well known. This is going to be Liquid TLO spawning as the blue ZvP in the bottom right corner here. And we do have Prop RunA, I think otherwise known as RunA, but whatever, spawning as the pink Protoss up here in the top left. So real quick, RunA, you don't really see too much of him. He hasn't really been in too many big tournaments. He was at DreamHack when he won DreamHack a few years ago. I think it was 2010. Otherwise though, we haven't really seen too much of him. That doesn't mean he's not a bad player. Doesn't mean he is a bad player though. He's definitely very good, especially to be able to make it into this tournament here. On the other hand, TLO, we have seen quite a lot from him. Definitely appearing in tons of tournaments all the time, a couple of dream hacks, all that stuff. So not surprising at all to see him here. This is going to be a ZvP, and this is going to be on Belshir Vestige. So let's jump right into this here. Looks like TLO going to be going for a 15 hatch, which is pretty standard. Usually we'll see like a 15 pool versus Protoss because of it kind of decreases the effectiveness of a cannon rush if one is going to occur, which we know that one will not be occurring because we don't have a forge going down yet at all. Though we do have one gas already up for RunA, which indicates probably either some sort of a gateway aggression or possibly even a gateway expand at this point, but we will certainly see. Spawning pool is on the way now for TLO, so that is a 15 hatch and 15 pool. I'm probably going to see a 16 or 17 gas. So nothing out of the ordinary for any of these players. We do have the Cybercore going down now for RunA. As I was saying though, 15 hatch before pool against Protoss, especially in a map like this where you know where your opponent is spawning, is kind of risky, especially without a drone scout. I mean, if you're drone scouting him and you know that he's not going for a cannon rush, or at least a forge fast expand where he has that early forge up, then you can say, okay, well, I'm going to expand first, why not? But otherwise, you don't really know. I mean, your Overlord, his Overlord just got here recently, and he's going to see the expansion going down now, but he never would have even known the forge was up. I mean, if he did a forge fast expand, the wall would have already been set up mostly, and it probably would not have ended well if there was a cannon rush. So we do see a couple queens coming out now for TLO. His expansion is done, so he will be saturating that relatively soon, I'm sure. Mothership core is about to be built. There it is. For RunA, we do have another gas going down, and Warp Gate research is on the way. So nothing out of the ordinary yet from either of these players. Just some pretty basic stuff, both of them playing really safe. It is game one of this series here. So this is to be expected. You have some Overlord scouts just kind of chilling out over here, just in case any Warp Prism stuff goes on, anything funky, or even Oracles, So definitely playing on the safe side. We do have Zergling speed on the way now for TLO. This queen going to come down here probably to lay a creep tumor. Just kind of hang out down here. We should have a queen up in the natural done really soon. Really nice timing there. It'll be just as the inject is done also. Now we should start to see this wall get built. Yep, and we should see this wall coming up for RunA, just to kind of keep out any sort of Zergling aggression, which RunA is assuming that TLO is going for a fast expand and no kind of cheese. Although I don't think RunA scouted. No, he did not even scout TLO, so he didn't even know if TLO was going for a quick pool, like a 15 pool, or not even a 15 pool, like a 10 pool or anything like that. So kind of taking a chance there. Got a little bit more mining time on his probes, but sometimes it's worth the risk, sometimes it's not. We do have +1 attack just now getting researched for RunA, so definitely start trying to get ahead up in the upgrade field here. I do have Overlord speed just about done now for TLO. Not sure what he plans on doing with that. It's useful for scouting, but other than that, if you're not going to do any drops with your Overlords, it is kind of it's not as important because they're not detectors. I mean, your overseers already have movement speed, so not a huge deal there. This Overlord just trying to poke around and see what's going on. We do have some sentries and some zealots moving out though, so this could potentially do something. However, the Roach Warren is just about done, and we do have Lair Tech on the way for TLO, as well as his third base going down right now. RunA might be able to deny the third base because TLO has no units on the field as of yet. He does have 3 Roaches on the way, but that's not going to be enough to hold off these zealots and sentries. Is going to get the scout out, see that the base is just about done. Probably will let that finish and then go in for the attack, just to deny it, to make sure he loses all the resources possible. So these pylons going to be coming down here. The Summer's going to kind of squeeze in. We'll be able to get some damage done. However, these Roaches, looks like with the Queen, we'll be able to deny this attack. So he's going to be reinforced that with some more Zealots. However, he does have 5 Roaches and a couple Zerglings on the way. Going to be able to hold off this attack, I believe. Does have tons of energy on those sentries though for force fields. Going to lose a couple Roaches there. Going to want to hang back. Might actually have to fall back if we're going to keep warping at Zealots. So not a real good position for TLO's third base right here. He's going to get a few more units force field out. Going to lose a few Roaches, a few Queens. Yeah, 1 Queen rather. Does have 10 more Zerglings, 12 more Zerglings on the way. A bunch more Roaches. We'll be able to kind of push back this attack, but if RunA keeps warping in these units, he's just going to keep on pushing. Time Warp does go down. He's going to take a lot of these Roaches. Just kind of a back and forth thing going on right now. We do the +1 armor on the way for RunA, as well as an Immortal coming out. So if he's able to hold on here, help keep this army alive, that Immortal could do substantial damage to all of these Roaches. Roaches are going to be moving in here for the kill. Going to be able to take out a bunch of these Zealots, but I think there's just too many force fields, too many sentries, and it looks like TLO might just be losing this third base. We do have a few more Zealots warping in, but I think there are just way too many Roaches out now to be able to do anything. However, this Mothership Core has really nothing to worry about until another Queen gets down here, so can kind of just chill out for now. Going to lose this pylon, probably this probe if TLO sees it, or maybe not. This probe's going to kind of chill out. Nope, there he goes. Goodbye, probe. So we do have the spine. Oh no, Spore Crawler. He doesn't really need a Spine Crawler with all those Roaches out, does he? Going to be going down there just to deny any sort of harassment, either Oracles or Mothership Core. We do have the Immortal out, just kind of chilling over here. Another Forge is going down for double upgrades, as well as the 2 Evolution Chambers going to be done in a moment for TLO. As well as an Infestation Pit, so maybe some Infestors, maybe even Swarm Hosts. That sounds like the more viable option, because he is running on almost 6 gas. As soon as he is on, he will be on 6 gas, so that's a ton of resources for TLO. Definitely could be putting those towards Swarm Hosts, as there is no air yet for RunA. These Stalkers are going to be getting this Overlord out of here so he can take his third base. TLO does have quite a few units. He will want to deny that expansion by RunA if he can, although there are a couple of Mortals out, a bunch of sentries with tons of energy, so it will be tough. It will be tough, but it is still possible. I do have Pathogen Glands getting researched actually, so I'm eating my words. It looks like it's going to be Infestors, which is kind of weird, because usually against a Protoss player, you will see Swarm Hosts more than anything else. So I'm kind of surprised a little bit here. Let's see, we do have +1 missile attack and +1 armor. Armor is just about done for TLO here. Missile attack is just getting underway, and we do have +2 armor and +2 ground attack for RunA, as well as Blink on the way here. So tons of stuff being researched. We do have a Hydrogen going down and a couple Infestors being produced now. He's going to want to save that Infestor energy for some pretty key fungals here. Definitely want to have that prepared. Does have his army split up just to deny any sort of expansion, or to scout out any sort of push. Overlords might have been the better idea there, just to kind of, you don't want to lose too many units to force fields if you're not paying attention. You know, if you're like injecting, you don't want to miss something on your minimap. So he's going to be moving these Zerglings up a little bit. I think he's just repositioning his army here. We do have Hydra range on the way, so we should be seeing quite a few Hydras being produced momentarily, because they counter Immortals pretty damn hard. They counter a lot of stuff the Protoss does pretty damn hard. I think, Colossus are probably the only thing, and maybe some Archons, that can really do a lot of damage to Hydras. So all these, this is a nice timing right here. If he was going to move out, that is a pretty decent timing. +2/+2 and Blink for these Stalkers. But it does not look like he's going to be pushing that advantage. These Roaches, they're going to be kind of moving up here, taking out these Photon Cannons, going to be taking out a few probes, and just trying to push in over here with these Infestors and Zerglings. Not going to be able to do much. Does lose an Infestor. Going to have to back out with these Roaches out there. They get force fielded in there, and they are just going to be taken out right there. So decent force fields there, just kind of blocking them off. He knows he can kill them. He wants to make sure they stay there, and he does get the kills. So take a look at the units lost tab real quick. Almost triple units lost by TLO than RunA. Gonna be blinking up here, take out that Infestor, gonna take out a couple Hydralisks. This Hydralisk getting caught way out of position there. The rest of the army is already dead, so they want to get the hell out of there. +3/+3 already on the way for RunA, so he does have quite the upgrade advantage in this game. 4 more gateways going down. So TLO does have the supply advantage, but kind of falling behind here a little bit. I mean, it is kind of back and forth. He does have his 4th base up, starting to get that saturated. However, Protoss on 3 base is pretty scary. He is going to start getting those Colossus now that he knows TLO has Hydra. He does have quite a few Stalkers out, and his tech is just so substantial right now. Psystorm actually going to be the weapon of choice here. Going to be getting some High Templar warped in instead of the Colossus, which I think if you can land the storms, if you can land some nice storms, I think High Templar are definitely the way to go. Colossus is just kind of like guaranteed AoE, which you don't, as long as they're behind your army, you don't really have to worry about them too much. So I don't know how TLO is going to react. We do have a Hive coming up, which could mean either Ultralisk, or it could mean, oh, it looks like a Spire actually. I was going to say some Vipers, but he doesn't know that RunA is not going for Colossus. However, he doesn't know if he were. So, we do have a Hydra speed coming up right now, as well as +2/+2. Gonna want to try to catch up in those upgrades. Gonna get, maybe he's going for Corruptors actually, maybe he's just getting the Spire as a insurance policy, just in case. He does see some Colossus on the field. Gonna be taking out these Zealots in this pylon here. That's actually quite a few Zealots to be warping in there, knowing that you might lose all of them. Gonna be able to get a few Zergling kills, might be able to, he should focus the hatchery actually, and just deny that. Either force the cancel or maybe kill it if TLO's not paying too much attention there. We'll lose the Zealots. We'll lose these Zealots inevitably. However, we do have a big engagement coming on down here. TLO are going to go for the big surround. A couple Fungals going down here. Time Warp goes down on the Hydra. It's going to be losing a few Immortals. The Storms are going down on those Hydras. Then the Time Warp is going to kill it. It's only killing a few, but they're really weak now. Going to have a few nice force fields kind of just choking the army out a little bit. However, RunA is losing a lot. TLO still up over 30 supply, and that looked like a promising engagement for RunA, but just a surround. I think he wasn't able to get the chokehold on the Zerg army like he wanted to. So not great, not traumatic for RunA. Did not manage to deny this expansion though, like he would have liked to. So just denying a little bit of mining time. However, we do have a base over here anyway, so it is 5 to almost 4. We do see the 4th base going down for RunA right now. +1 melee and +3 Carapace is on the way for TLO. I don't know if this was a mistake. Maybe he wanted to get range. We might see that get cancelled and just start seeing the +3 missile attack coming up. We do have a Greater Spire on the way though, so it looks like we might be seeing some Broodlords, which in this case might be a good idea. I mean, he only has 1 Immortal, so Ultralisk could be really effective against this army. However, RunA, how many Robo facilities? He has 1? He only has 1, so even Immortal production wouldn't even be that high. So I would think even Ultralisk would be a good choice here as well. He just needs to get some tier 3 tech in here before RunA has too many Archons. So it looks like we're going to see another big engagement going down right here. Spinecrawler is just getting done right now. Going to see some big Time Warp, big storms on this army here. Losing a lot of Hydra, not losing some Hydralisks, weakening a lot of them. But he is going to be able to push into this 3rd base and probably will kill it off. So denying this, or did I say 3rd base? I meant 5th base. There's more than 3 bases on this map right now for the Zerg player. So this army is pretty scary by RunA here. He is almost maxed out. And we are going to see some, what looks like Zergling run-bys. I don't know what these Overlords are doing over here. Just kind of pooping, creeping, being annoying. No, it doesn't look like TLO is going to be moving out. However, RunA now has the supply advantage, so this is getting kind of scary for TLO. He does have 5 Broodlords on the way, but I don't know how effective they're going to be against this army. I mean, Archons will definitely tear them up, especially if they're clumped up together. The splash damage is insane against biological. tons of Stalkers. Because that is the case, Broodlords might actually work here. Does have the high ground here, going to get not even a decent fungal. That wasn't even that good. Trying to get a decent fungal on there though. Just to kind of take out some units before he gets to the base. RunA is just about maxed out. TLO trying, he has supply cap now pretty hard. But these Broodlords on the high ground going to be able to do a decent amount of damage here. So he's trying to show us that Broodlords are still good. Going to lose this base as well though. TLO is going to have to make some big plays here to get back into this game because this Protoss army is just looking very scary right now. However, RunA has nothing to do with these Broodlords right now. Decent fungal going down. Gonna have to storm his own army though to kill these broodlings. Excuse me. And it looks like we're gonna see RunA being pushed back here. Just killing broodlings really. A few Hydralisks, a few roaches, but mostly broodlings, and those are free units for TLO. TLO could lose broodlings all day and not care. He would not even think twice. So he's gonna be able to push this Protoss army way back onto his side of the map. Should start re-expanding into his 4th and 5th base. And we should start seeing maybe hopefully a Zergling run by. At least 3 cannons there. It's gonna be able to deny that. But we are going to be seeing, if these Stalkers though blink under the Broodlords, that could be big. I mean, granted, Stalkers aren't the best unit against them. This many Stalkers against only 5 Broodlords we're seeing right now definitely could wreak some havoc. But it looks like we're going to be seeing, how do these Zealots even get in here? They're like a Zealot run by. Zealot run by in the main base, going to be trying to do some damage, not going to be able to do a lot. I don't know why I just didn't come down here and try to kill more workers, but hey, who knows? We do have TLO's army just kind of moving back and forth up here. Doesn't really have the economy to reinforce this though, which is pretty unfortunate. We take a look at the units lost though, the resources lost tab. It's still pretty close at this point. Honestly, 5,000 resources may seem like a lot, but at this point in the game, it is kind of a big difference, but not a lot for the Zerg player, seeing as Zerg should always be on more bases than their opponent anyway. So we're going to see TLO trying to deny this base here. Might be able to do something, but he's going to get caught out of position right here. This is not going to be good. He's going to lose all these units. This Protoss army made up mainly of Stalkers. If he just had more of like more roaches, just to oh, here we do. Here's some more roaches, but I don't know. He's going to be able to deny this base, which is good. However, this Protoss army, not really sure what it wants to do. Going to lose that Infestor right there. I don't know what that Infestor is doing. That's a Dirt Infestor. Just coming out around here, going to try to do some damage, but I mean, Roach, Hydra, Broodlord, and a few Infestors, that's pretty scary for this Protoss army, which really just consists of Stalkers and a couple Archons. I mean, at this point, RunA had the economy. I think he still has a decent, no, this base is almost mined out, but he still has a pretty decent economy compared to TLO, who's running on basically one base at this point. I mean, he has a base up, so he should be able to get at least Immortals or something in there. Maybe he just doesn't know what to get. I don't know. We do see the big engagement coming in up here. TLO going to be taking out RunA's 3rd base, so this is going to just cripple RunA's economy. So it's going to be pretty much one base for TLO to none from RunA. So he's going to be supply blocked in a big way. Not really mattering too much because he is basically maxed out at this point anyway. I mean, we're going to see TLO's army just trying to move up in here into the natural, going to try to do some more damage. However, we're going to see a big surround here by RunA coming up on the side. And actually, not even a surround anymore because TLO is basically pushed into the natural here. Going to use his own wall against him. So this could be big right here. He's got some decent storms coming down, but I don't know, big blink in there from the Stalkers. Just going to take out tons of his army though. So there's just so many Stalkers here. I don't think TLO has the economy to even recover from this, which is pretty unfortunate. I mean, this push here, RunA has no economy, but neither does TLO. I mean, he has the one base, but he can't produce units fast enough. I mean, we look at the supply difference. Half of that supply is probably probes for TLO. That's not the tab that I wanted. That's the tab I wanted. Yeah, worker supply. We have 44 workers to 11 workers, so half of TLO's supply is workers, whereas 90, just about 90 of RunA supply is army. So TLO's gonna have to hold this together for this last push. I mean, his Broodlords are doing some damage, but I don't think they're gonna be enough. In a base race situation, this Protoss army will win. So TLO just kind of trying to stall a little bit here, trying to get some nice fungos down, weaken the Protoss army as much as possible. I don't know what he's doing with these drones. Going to try and start mining over here to get some sort of economy going. However, we do have a Dark Templar just going to be wrecking those drones. Not going to be able to do anything there. These Stalkers just coming here, just killing off Overlords, doing as much damage as they can. It looks like it's not looking too good for TLO. He has a couple Hydralisks, a few Roaches. Going to be able to take out this Dark Templar here. But he's going to lose a lot of his tech. He's going to lose his Hive, he's going to lose his Hydrogen, his Spire, his Roach Worm. I don't know. These Broodlords are effective, but I don't know. He just didn't have enough of them. Nothing being produced by either of these players. We do have an Infestation Pit, actually. I stand corrected. An Infestation Pit is on the way. However, this the rest of the Zerg army are going to be trying to come up here and do as much damage as possible. I mean, TLO has nothing. He has some sort of economy, but both of these players just like struggling here. RunA having the bigger army, TLO trying to have some sort of economy is just craziness right now. Infestation Pit is going to be coming out here, going to be able to get a lair because of that, and maybe get his Hydrogen back up, but I don't know. I don't know what... I mean, maybe he can't even choke the army out on the ramp because unless he kills his gateway and then just kind of walls it off up here with his units. But RunA's just going to be able to blink up there. If he can try to do some sort of damage to these Stalkers here, it looks like these Stalkers might be able to kill off this army though, and if that is the case, I have a feeling it is going to be a GG from TLO. Broodlord's going to be able to kill off some Stalkers here. Got a Fungal going down. However, I don't think it's going to be nearly enough. The big blink from the Stalkers here going to be able to take out all of this army from TLO. A couple Broodlords going to be escaping, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Broodlords do so much damage to these Stalkers. If he just had a few more, he could do something here, but it looks like these Broodlords are going to be moved out of position. Stalker's going to be able to walk right back over there and take both of them out. Does kill the Twilight Council there. That's it. Any consolation for him. The drone's just kind of chilling out over here. This is like almost a stalemate if you're playing chess or something. This is getting a little crazy. However, it is still looking very good for RunA. We do have the Enduring Locusts being researched for TLO, but I think it is too late for that. Unless he can get a couple Swarm Hosts out. I mean, RunA doesn't have any detection. So if he can get some Swarm... Oh, he does have Swarm Hosts out. So this could be pretty big for TLO right here. He's going to be able to take out a few Stalkers at a time. You're going to see some Blink Micro here, but I don't know. Maybe it will be enough for... He's going to move those Overlords, though, because that Archon Splash will hit the Swarm Hosts. Yeah, this is kind of interesting, because, I mean... Oh, that sucks. The Archon Splash Damage is going to be doing some damage to the Swarm Hosts there. Broodlords have moved down here, going to be able to try to do some damage. This is so weird. I mean, he's going to lose both of those Broodlords there. Looks like, oh, no, just loses one. Are these going to be the hero Swarm Hosts? It looks like, oh, so close. That one almost gets taken out. I don't think RunA knows that if he can position his army on top there, the Archons will do splash damage to those Swarm Hosts. He's going to have to be careful, though, because these Locusts do tons of damage, and I think if TLO had gone to Swarm Hosts earlier, he would have had a lot easier time with this game, especially since RunA had chosen to go with so many Stalkers. Locusts going the wrong way here. This is the Locusts. You want to go over here? Where are you going? Come on, Locusts. These Locusts are like slacker Locusts. What are they doing? He's building an evolution chamber down here, which will be off creep momentarily, which is not good for him. I don't know why he doesn't just reburrow these Swarm Hosts. I'm not quite sure what TLO is doing right now. Maybe he's just trying to keep buildings alive. But I don't know. This is strange. These Swarm Hosts could be the hero Swarm Hosts. I mean, if he just moves them over, I don't think he knows RunA doesn't have any detection and or economy. I mean, RunA has nothing. I think he had a probe on around somewhere. Yeah, he has one probe, but that probe has no nexus to mine to. So this is basically all RunA has. He has no economy. He just has these Stalkers, and if these Locusts actually get moved in the right direction, then this could be big for TLO. He might be able to clutch this victory here. These Stalkers don't want to get too close because they know they can't see the Swarm Host. They know they can do any damage whatsoever, so he's just trying to pick off as many buildings as possible, which kind of sucks for TLO because he had so many buildings left now. He has the one evolution chamber. This one's off creep, so this one will die soon. He has his extractor. I mean, look at the structures tab. It's the two Evos and the extractor. So he's going to blink in here. He's going to take out the 2 evolution chambers, and that is going to be it. It looks like. Or did I lie? Are we missing something? Oh my god. Sadly enough, though, this will not be the hero extractor, because he does see it. He does know it's there because TLO has no hatchery, and that should be it. Oh no, we're playing micro hatcheries now, or sorry, extractors. It just sucks that every time TLO cancels one, he doesn't get the resources back. This is interesting to say the least, but I don't think stalling. Yeah, there goes the Broodlord, and there goes the extractor, and there goes the GG from TLO. So definitely an interesting game to say the least. Yeah, I'm at like a loss for words for this game. I mean, definitely good play from both of these players. I think Swarm Host would have been the right answer from the beginning, but Broodlords looked like they were being effective. It's just he just didn't have enough of them. And those storms were making some pretty decent connections, weakening those hydras enough so that they got taken out fairly quickly. Very close game. Very good game by both of these players. If you guys like this video, definitely drop me a like, favorite, comment, whatever you want to do. Better yet, even subscribe, because that helps me out a lot. Yeah, if you guys want to see more of these videos, you want to see more of me playing, you want to see some more Call of Duty videos, just let me know. I do post 1 video a day at least, so definitely subscribe, and you will be seeing those as well. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.